So, Judie, we're going to go through and you're going to tell us about your amazing space.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Show us your storage room.
Okay. I was a little nervous about this at first.
Okay. Why?
Because I thought, oh man, I felt like everything was messy and I just wasn't really keeping up. But you know what? Like, this is the way life is. It gets messy and it gets that way, you know?
And it's your storage space.
Yeah.
This isn't where you invite your guests in to hang out and entertain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, your space is beautiful. So it's okay to have a space where you can put things sometimes to not deal with them right away, right? So don't feel bad.
Now, well, I was actually thinking about the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
But still, that's a very good point too. But anyway, so, do I have that light on? I'm putting the light on now.
All right.
Okay, so I actually just did a little bit yesterday, only because I got rid of some things that were sitting in here to the charity shop, and been putting my winter stuff in here.
Yeah.
So now that was the summer clothes, so now it's full of winter clothes.
Yeah.
And I've been parting with a few things. I'm parting with this now, not my mom's coat yet, but yes, it's pretty much the same way we did from the beginning. And if you want to go in there, I had my winter coat up on the wall here.
Yeah.
With Merlin stuff, but on this wall here. And
Because
now with the winter coat gone, I thought I could just leave it there, but I went, no, I don't need that there. It's just too much. So I managed to put it in here. And so now it's opened my space up again.
And like this is where you put your wet things when you go out for, because you're walking Merlin multiple times a day. Multiple. So you needed easy access to a few of the things, right?
Yeah, so the stuff that I was going out with remain in here that I'm out all the time with. But I'm starting to get better that now with all my winter shoes or summer shoes now, there are some stuff sitting in here, but I've been getting better at putting it back.
Awesome.
Some things back into that closet or in my room where I have stuff hanging up for shoes.
Great.
And what's in here is sometimes maybe staying like this. Eventually I'll get around to doing this, folding it back up, right? But most of the stuff in here just is here because this is where my recycling, this is where the stuff that is extra for my vacuum and stuff can be in here, and of course this is my cart for when I go out, so it's all the stuff for going in and out all the time.
And to tidy this space up, if you wanted to put things away, do you think it would take you a long time?
No, it doesn't, because I quick grab this. Merlin runs. But I grab this or grab this for the floors, and it's back in here right away.
Easy peasy.
And this is great too for putting Merlin's towels in here, just so they can dry off in there. So it's just enough space now that it's not bogged down with a lot of stuff. I'm still walking in here to be able to reach things, and I can still pull some things out here when I need it.
And most of that is like seasonal things,
Yeah.
right? That
Yeah,
you
like
don't
this
need,
is
and
seasonal.
paperwork that you got to hold on to, but you don't look at, and
And
Right.
this may eventually go yet, but I don't know. This is for the stuff on the porch now, that instead of keeping it on the porch in the wintertime I will, but it's in here for now.
Awesome.
So there's a couple extra things in here for the winter, but it's easy enough to pull this out now, and it's not like going through 5 million things and then all of a sudden you get into, oh, I better clean that out. No, I don't have to clean anything out anymore.
And you're glad that you have the space, right?
Yes.
You're lucky to have a storage room that you can store things, right? And you don't have to worry about it.
Yes,
Yeah?
exactly.
It's great.
So I'm loving.
Have you changed anything in this space?
Not really. Just I still got a couple of things I haven't parted with, but everything's pretty much the same from what you saw, what we put in there. And no, it's pretty much the same.
Awesome.
That really hasn't changed much.
Awesome.
Gotten rid of some things, if anything.
Cool.
That thing from Christmas is new. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that.
That's to be
It was a
decided
nice
on,
gift.
yeah?
Yeah.
How about your bathroom?
Bathroom, yes. Okay, so
Have you had to change anything?
now, I haven't with any of this stuff, although I added some little lights up here. Don't have a battery for it, so it's not up. It's like the little light you saw in the hallway. My Marilyn Monroe collection up there. But no, I took some stuff off here because this needs a bit of adjusting, but
How's cleanup time? Is it easy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it is, and I'm glad I don't have a lot of mats and things. Like, I forgot to show you the mat there that I got because of the salt and everything coming in. It's a great mat. I've got so much salt on there and stuff falling on there that should be clean, but it just dries up and it's great.
Yeah, awesome.
This, I just added some things in the back still, and I added my own little command thing here with the pail of some stuff, and that works in here. So it's a little extra thing that I put in there that you guys hadn't. And I still have the
hooks on the back?
Hooks on the back, although I'm thinking of that one of those might be changed to put it just all on the wall instead of one here.
Okay.
And this I'm thinking of changing because this always falls off.
Yeah.
But this is Merlin's little class, so I'm thinking of maybe 2 hooks instead. But everything else is fine just there the way it was, and this here is still pretty much the same, except I do have a pole thing that I want to put in there so everything gets off here and off there, but I haven't been able to put it together because I don't understand it. Not good with instructions.
That's okay.
And I added this on here so that because I found with both of them on one, this you want to remove all the time, you got to remove everything, so I only have to get rid of this and put a new one on.
Yeah, nice.
And it was just a thing I got at Len's Mill.
Yeah. And then you can keep the wet shower curtain separate.
Yeah, I just have to do that when I'm going for a shower instead of both of them shut all the time where it gets a little warm in there. But no, pretty much everything has stayed the same then.
Beautiful.
As here, and still like having a little thing here for putting my towels on and stuff. Yeah.
Awesome.
And still want to do like a guest towel hanging kind of thing maybe on the back.
Great.
So that's it. Yeah. Loving it.
Yeah, beautiful space.
It's been great for just cleaning. We'll zip in here with the vacuum and the plug-in one, the short one that I have in there, not the big vacuum. And the closet here, but it's not too bad.
Oh, yeah. Well, shut it really quick. No, it looks great. So tell us about it, because before it didn't have the extra shelves. So with the added extra shelves, tell us about how it's working out so far.
Works really great. There's a couple there I hadn't really even used yet, partly because I don't want to undo them because you did them so well.
You just invite me over every time you have laundry day.
But the way you fold them there, I want to keep it that way until I actually do it, and then I'll start using those. But I have a set of 2 or 3 that I'm using all the time on this side. Yeah. But you know, over the years, they start getting ratty looking and thin, right? So I wanted to have some extra. Yeah. But I've changed around the towels a little bit and stuff. This I've kind of kept rearranging in that. Yeah. So this is working now for towels, for tea towels and bedding things. Yeah. And whittled down some of my stuff that these down here and here are things, a lot of things like I can't fit in there but don't want in there because of medicinal stuff. Yeah. But extra things that I've bought for when I need to use it. Yeah, awesome. And the floor there too. Great. This is still a box of stuff to put in by itself.
Oh, okay. So how about laundry? Is laundry still working out okay? Yeah.
Perfect there.
Yeah, awesome.
It's so easy to get at, and I can see everything, and I'm not keeping things that I don't really need. Awesome. That I don't need. Cool. I'm loving it. So it's nice to have a linen closet again. Yeah. So
do we want to go into the bedroom?
We're going this way.
Yeah, sure.
So I think this is pretty much the way it was too. I can't see much different. I might have put the picture up there instead. Did that a little bit different. And I still want to do something different with that. But for now, everything's pretty much the same. I'm still got...
How's the wardrobe working out? Like, are you finding that everything kind of fits? It's easy to put away at laundry time?
Yeah, I'm still kind of doing the way you were doing it here. I just made a couple different piles for some things for the summer now.
Yeah, nice.
And still there's a couple things in here that were for the winter, but you know, some of those cooler days you still need the things in here. But
well, and we're looking at a different season. So when we were in here the first time, it was winter, and now we've got our summer. And like every good Canadian, you're kind of doing that switch over. So removing the winter to get rid of and free up some of the hangers, and then you can bring out your summer stuff. Was it hard to do that?
No, because I didn't have a lot of other stuff, and like I said, some things I wear both seasons, and I still have a big thing of laundry yet to do. That some things still need to go in there, but some things I've decided don't really need to be in a hanger because they're make the problem up here. The shoulders
they
funny.
crimp kind of.
And I put another one of these in here.
Little half shell.
A couple of pairs of shoes that didn't fit up there, but the sewing is still in the same spot with just a few extra. It's nice to know how many of the bags I have. I mean, and this is just my pillow that I haven't been using for a bit. I'll be using a different one for the time being, but that is being used.
Awesome.
So that's good there, and then still my little
your jewelry selection.
That's where my jewelry still is.
It's all working out all right.
Yep. Between that and on the walls, it's perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you were saying that you've really enjoyed having this kind of space in case the window, you forget to close the curtain, maybe you come in with a little bit less than normal, but you like this protection.
I love this because there's window, it's like just a window, right? Yeah. And I still get the brightness coming in here. I'm finding for the summertime though, with the air conditioning, at night I will pull this back though for the air to come in here through the night.
Smart.
And then I pull this open.
Awesome.
And I try to remember to do my bed. It's not every day, but today's a good day.
This is part of the secondary space, right?
Yes.
That this was more of the bed. This is more of the change room.
Yes.
Where you get ready. Yeah.
This is where I do my modeling, like you said.
Yeah, exactly right. Check yourself out in the mirror. Yeah. And you can choose from whichever jewelry you'd like to have, right?
This was, you've probably seen the videos where I had them hanging up here in a hanger, and Samantha went, well, why not just put it on the wall? So here we go.
It's awesome.
It's still there, and it's still working the way I need it.
Yeah.
Yep. And
really
it's not, I don't think I've maybe bought one new pair of earrings or something.
Yeah.
I don't need it. And there's still some more, and this is, like Amelia said too, it's kind of it's art.
Yeah, it is art. It's beautiful. I
kind of like it. So there's still going to be probably some things I'll put up eventually because I know me. And this was
how's your cart working?
I brought the whole thing out.
Yeah.
And that's where I was doing my cards. I brought this out to the kitchen table, the dining room table.
Yeah.
And it's perfect. Everything's in here, and it worked out. I was in one spot. I had this, and I have a piece of old kitchen cupboard cut out from my very first house I had many years ago, and I used that on the dining room table to work with. So this space
plus the extra,
and now I just have to go like this, put it back, perfect,
voila.
And I moved this here stool over in front of the mirror instead.
Sorry,
it just, I don't know, opens up. When I'm vacuuming, this is where a lot of stuff, I'm vacuuming a lot, like right away.
Yeah, because you have the nice hardwood laminate floors, and Merlin's got fur all over him. It's nice to not have those things in the way of your vacuum, right? So it makes cleaning faster.
Yeah. So, and everything's up off the floor, which is still great here. And then that's just my closet with my other stuff for stuff you don't really want to see, but
this was a space that was a challenge, right?
Yeah,
because of the laundry system, we didn't know how that was really going to work. And how have you found it?
And I got rid of a lot of shoes when you guys were doing it, so this is all I need. And I used to have like 3 of these things. Yeah. And I only have the one, and this kind of covers up some of it. For free time, I can do this. And you don't see all this stuff. Then my laundry's right there.
And then the things up top, they're not really items that you access all the time. Correct?
No, that's right. See, I still have some of the little notes that you guys put on tape. But how
are you finding keeping those things? Is everything okay?
This is sometimes it's a bit of a challenge too. But you know what? It happens, and then once in a while I got a little extra time, and I'm just gonna make it look a little more.
But at the end of the day, it's just you looking at it, right? So it's us that have to feel comfortable. In an ideal world, we could all fold our clothes like in a H&M store, but at the end of the day, my closet doesn't look like that, right?
But it generally stays pretty good.
Awesome.
So I've never had that happen before in my life. So I got just enough things, and that's still a lot of stuff even for all seasons. Yeah. But some things, sweaters or jacket things that are in here, sometimes I might put out there if I'm wearing that for the week. It'll stay out in the other closet.
Into your coat closet.
Yeah, so I do both.
Why don't we see the bedroom? So
this is the sanctuary here. This is what I love with the window and the stuff that we put up. I haven't put anything else up since I since you've been here.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same. I have a little fan there now. Sometimes at night it's still a little bit warm here.
Yeah.
I could be shutting the curtains, that would help, but sometimes I just like the
brightness. Yeah, you need the light sometimes, right? Yeah.
So
you find even sleeping is still a challenge, but you had said to me off camera that it's still enjoyable to come and just relax in here.
Yeah.
You're doing lavender oil, you and Merlin are hanging out, and it just feels peaceful, you said?
Yeah, and he can't get up unless I put him up there, and you're not going up there because you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
No. That's at nighttime. But every time I come in here like this, he thinks we're going to bed.
Yeah.
So he wants up. That's what
Cuddle
he does.
time.
I love you.
Yeah.
Anyways, you heard me. Baby talk.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then the bed underneath, I have a few things under there. I know I have my toolbox, I have my vacuum cleaner, and I have my generator there, and an extra suitcase under there.
Is there anything in here that you feel is missing or that we could change?
Nope. I'm just thinking I might put some things up on that wall eventually, like
art
or something.
Like that?
Yeah. But I really don't need anything else. There could be something else up there too, like another little shelf or something, but I don't think too much about it right now. Partly I don't have the money, but partly I haven't thought of anything, so leave it be. Don't push it.
Shall we go to the coat closet?
Yes. Okay. Wow. And then this is my other coat.
How's this
closet.
space been working out?
And this is working out too. I don't know if it looks
just in case anybody hasn't seen the series, you are a fashionista. Like, you know how to match outfits together, but you love the accessories. So when you're wearing something, it's important to you to, have the hat, have the purse, have the shoes, because it feels good.
It makes me feel good. It's not so much like
you're basically Marilyn Monroe, the one that I know, anyways.
Yeah, I just I have to have certain things on to feel good about myself. That's just the way I am, and I will change 2 or 3 times a day. One, because I'm hot, and I come back in and I'm sweating. I don't want to put that back on when I get in here, so I change. But I have to have, and when I go to put something on now, maybe it's partly because I don't go out a lot as well, or to things, but I'll have a mound of clothes there before I find the right thing, and then when I come home, by the next morning, I will put everything away. But at least I've got space to put it there, and I'm like, it doesn't stay that way, whereas in the past, that would probably stay there because it's too much bother. But I have a place for everything here, and some hats just stay over there because they're the ones I use a lot for going out.
Yeah.
But some hats are here, and I still even have a few winter things up there because it works.
Yeah.
And I have the space.
Yeah. And then on the very top shelf, those were things that we don't use all the time, right?
No, and I've accessed one of them a couple of times, but that's a good place for it anyways. Yep. And
I'm gonna come near you so that we can catch this. But the shoes, how are the shoes keeping up? Like, are you finding that there's enough space for it? Is it working having that extra shelf?
I needed that shelf, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to put all my shoes in there, but I have the one in the bedroom now that. This is all the shoes I have. Can't see buying anything else.
Yep.
I may sell one pair because I'm just really not wearing them that much.
Sure.
But I was wondering at one point recently in the other closet, should I maybe put another shelf to put some more little shoes on? But I thought, no, I'm fine there because I can fit these ones in here. Okay, and some of the boots can still stay there, but a couple of the winter boots are put away. Yeah. And these are the ones that I wear most of the time.
And I mean, you're probably going to go through and evaluate what you have in a year from now, because you if you wear your shoes, you're wearing them out, and maybe they get wrecked or things are falling apart or they don't fit the same.
Yep.
And so you can put them all together, have a look and say, how many pairs of boots do I have? How many sandals do I have? And when we do that exercise, like what we did in the room, you look at it and you're like, yeah, I don't wear those. Yeah. What are these doing here?
And I've been doing that.
Yeah,
I've been doing that with a lot of things. And that's why, like, one day it was like going through some clothes and I was like, I'm not wearing that. I put 3 things in the closet down there, and that's going to charity. And next thing I know, I had a bunch of things to take.
Yeah, awesome.
You know? And I'm stopping by not waiting to give it to somebody that I know. Right. That's what I used to do, and that's what I did for the longest time with the jewelry. And I went, forget it. By the time I get around to telling someone or them getting over here, like you guys said to me, when are you going to get rid of this stuff?
Yeah.
I was optimistic, but a little overzealous optimistic. I knew I wouldn't get to it. So there may have been things I let go that maybe I didn't think about, I could have used it. But it's not like, I got rid of it. No, that stuff would have been sitting here. Those boxes would have been sitting in that storage area. So I am so glad that you guys took all that stuff.
Awesome.
It was great. So
well, and you're giving yourself permission to do less work. If you know that you can stop by and put stuff in a charity, as opposed to trying to find someone who might be the exact owner.
Yes.
For some items, that's really great. Like maybe a family heirloom or something.
Yeah.
But for something that's maybe more temporary.
Like you guys have opened up my thinking so much and expanded it that it's not overwhelming. It's, why didn't I think of that? But it took time to think about it for it to settle. To say that makes sense.
Awesome. And I appreciate the compliment. Thank you for saying that it's us. But I actually think for anybody who's watching this who doesn't live in our city and can't work with us, I think it's the process that gave you that kind of clarity, right? That like the
bottom line
going
was,
through.
Yeah. Bottom line was like you need that. You need the direction and the tools to hear about and be suggested to you, and the encouragement that you guys give. But in the end it comes to me when you guys leave and shut that door. Do I want to go by what you said? Maybe not, but some things do sit there, and I remember some things visually, or just remember you saying something and it's like, that's working for me now. I can't believe it. I wish that would have worked for me years ago.
That's awesome.
So I still get a bit stuck with, I'm this old. Not this old,
we
but
will always,
these years.
We're all going to get stuck.
But you know what? It's happening now and it feels good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's important. Feeling good is what's important, right?
So I guess I am getting a bit excited.
Yeah.
When I'm explaining everything, I feel really excited, and that's a good thing to be able to do.
Judie,
do this.
Looking at you 8 months later, like you just glow. When you came to the documentary and you showed up with your friend, and you always are beautiful, but you are different. Your energy is different. You are happier. If I can say that, if I'm allowed to say that.
No, yes. And I'm feeling confident around being around people that are wanting to be more simplistic and have clarity.
It's bad.
Okay, can you clap, please? Yeah, everyone's clapping.
So let's jump into the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Tell us about the space before. A little bit. How were you feeling in here? Do you remember?
I think I was feeling like I'm not sure where everything I should put. I had like food over here and a lot of like bowls and big appliances and stuff here all over the place. Some food in here. I was pretty good with the drawers and a couple of these, but it was like, what did I really want to put here on the cupboard? Where did I really want to put stuff to get at? So and I had a lot of stuff.
And so how have you found it now?
Really?
It's been 8 months, you've been eating, living. How have you felt?
Perfect. I'm not buying more than I actually need. I see what I need and I can write that down, or just because I know where it is and I'm out somewhere, I'm going, oh yeah, because I'm a visual person too, that I can see that.
Awesome.
Like you said, that's my store first before I go and
shop
buy
at
more.
home.
Yeah, shop at home.
Yeah,
I remember you saying that.
Cool.
So I'm trying to use up things here before I go. Like, so that's making a difference too in my grocery bill, I think.
Awesome.
As well.
Yeah.
Because even though I maybe don't want what I did put in there, but I'm going to eat that first because I'm running low on money.
Yeah, awesome.
And we had, by the second episode, I think we had already put the
microwave
up here, and that works so much better up there.
Yeah.
Because I don't get to those cupboards, I don't need to get up that.
Yeah. And I mean, we added some of your personal pieces. The roosters mean a lot to you.
Yes.
It brings back a lot of memories. Now, somebody might look at this kitchen and say, hey, there's Perrier things, but we're real people, and we don't need to tidy and stage before we just shoot a video, right?
No.
Because we're real.
No, we are. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you want to show inside of the cupboards? Have you changed anything inside of them? I'm going to come right behind you.
Not really. A little bit. But not much. It's pretty basically the same.
Yeah.
Because this was all like the baking stuff and the pasta here. And this is a little turn tray for some of the things up there. Kept a couple of bottles in case I need it for some kind of spices or something.
Yeah.
But this I can maybe tweak a little bit yet, but I just bought some of this stuff, so...
Yeah, it's harder with grains and things that are always in heavier packages. There's always a lot of it, right?
Yeah, and I still have some room back there, but that's, if I get more spaghetti, it's a thing for that. So, but that works, you know, and here's all the cans and stuff, some snacks and cookie things or whatever. Yeah. A little bit more canned stuff, and the spices are all in this area, which that's great. That's what you had shown me. And this was all the breakfast stuff. Yeah. And my coffee, it's in the perfect spot here because I can just grab this, you know,
right onto the counter.
The only thing I'm missing here for that was my bread, my bread box. I wish I had a place for that because that has a lot of my stuff in for my breakfast and the bread. Right. But it works for now over there. Okay. And then again for oils and stuff here, turn around and just my extra bottles for vitamins and my medication and the few recipe books I kept.
Yeah, awesome.
I may even get rid of some more because I haven't been using them, but you never know. So
things are working, and it's been 8 months, so clearly things are going all right. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
What about the below space?
Pretty much the same too.
Yeah. So this is kind of where you can go and get your pots and pans, anything that's a little bit extra. You've got room to grow a little bit too, right? Any frustrations in this one?
Nope. The only thing was for my apron, but you know, I hardly wear it. So it's perfect there, and I guess I moved a bit of things around where the gloves were and stuff, but a couple of the snack things which I had to stop eating.
You should never stop eating snacks if you don't want to.
the sugar stuff, because of my borderline diabetes, that's my only real big concern about meals and eating. But otherwise, hey, I need my snacks. Yeah. So bought a new pan, got rid of a couple old pans because I need it and it was on sale. And
then how's dishes and things like that? Like, you've got your little tools. I see a command hook and stuff like that. How's that going?
Yeah, you guys had put this up for me, and it still works great there. And we put this up and it works great. But I love this thing, and I didn't want to put nails in, so I used the command hooks, and it works good to get these up off.
Yeah, your washcloths and things.
Washcloths, and I actually have a stainless steel thing for here, which I'll use if I have a lot of stuff, and I am actually putting water in the sink. And for a single person, you don't always finish up your dishes for after you eat. So I don't always have stuff in there, but who cares? Yeah. But this works really well. This was actually something I found at the dollar store. You just actually put this. You can put this in your sink. Okay. And if you only have a few dishes and you just wash them up, and they can sit in the sink because it's up above the bottom of the sink.
It has drainage.
But this works good for just the silverware when I'm washing them one thing at a time for a few things and need to get at something. But this works great here. It almost kind of, you don't really realize that's a dish tray. Yeah. You know? And I added one of these on here so I could do the cutting. This actually goes in the dining room anyways, but so this all works fine here, and I still have room to work with.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then my cupboards, we took all the
Tupperwares?
We put all the Tupperware stuff in here, and I've added maybe a couple of extra things that I use.
How's it working out all right?
But really good. Things? Like, everything fits up here nicely, does not come falling out. Yeah. This is all I really need.
Cool.
Sometimes I might get a couple extra things, but I know what I want it for.
Yeah.
And then the rest of there's only a couple big Tupperware things up there. Yeah. I actually brought one of them down because I was using it more. Yeah. That's still pretty much the same. Yeah. And this one here is pretty much the same, except I've added...
These are just a little bit less used things, right? Yeah, because in the reality of things, you've got some serving dishes, but those aren't the everyday stuff, right? No. Yeah, nice.
So, and then the last was this. That was pretty much the same too.
Your plates and cookware.
Yep. It's just enough. Actually, this was extra plates that I had. I took down from up there and went.
Just put them in there?
Yeah, so they fit in there too.
Awesome.
So it's all done. And then the bottom cupboard, which Emilio put an extra shelf in there for me. 2 extra shelves, actually. I don't know if you can see that now, but this was the stainless steel shelf that I'll use from time to time. But he put another shelf back there, I think it was, or was it up here?
Yeah.
And so it's everything I can see when I come in here. And I've added maybe a couple more things, but I've kept stuff pretty much the same, where I have my bags down there that I need for the garbage. I bought that from the dollar store, which, because of being under there, I didn't want the smell. So this, you put something in there and it shuts.
Awesome.
So you don't have the smell coming out.
Cool.
And then, yeah, that stuff's still pretty much the same. So it's been perfect.
Awesome.
Haven't had to add anything or take anything out. It's just working good.
Feeling good.
Yep.
Eating well.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. How about the living room?
The living room.
It's the last and final space.
And we kind of worked at this at the beginning, and we moved things around through the episodes.
Tell me about your shelf unit and things like that. How's that working out?
That's still working out pretty much the same. And yeah. Now I'm realizing I haven't really used the ghetto blaster much, but you know what? If some of the things that I have now, if I do have extra, if something breaks down, I have that. Like if that stops working, I have that. If that, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's why my reasoning behind some things, extra things I might have, or that I might buy.
Yeah.
You know?
And well, I'm sure if you ever felt like I really need the space for something, and if I still haven't used it in 2 and 3 years, and this one's doing great.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Bless you.
had to sneeze. It's springtime, everyone.
Allergies.
So how are you finding the rest of the living room? Like, I see that you've got your TV on, your computer set up. You've been doing the weekly coaching with Emilio, and the paperwork hasn't been an issue. The light feels really good in this room. You've got your patio all set up for summertime.
Yeah.
How do you feel in your living room?
Great. I did have to tweak it a little bit in the sense of I've moved this back actually a little bit, and this is my space where I sit with Merlin because he likes to sit up with me.
Yeah.
And I'll either sit at the computer when I'm doing the coaching, or like in the wintertime I was using my skylight there for light therapy. I still need to do a few things around that to get rid of stuff and organize it better. But a lot of times I'm sitting here with the extra cord that Amelia put on there for me to watch online, because I don't have cable. I watch my shows on there.
Streaming and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
So it's perfect. It's just enough stuff that there's not a ton of things to have to dust.
Yeah. That's
and
important.
This I left his kennel there because I'm still doing some
Training.
training and disciplining kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he goes in there, but he goes in there by himself sometimes. So he has a little bed as well that I kind of keep over there now, and I use that to put stuff at like an end table.
Great.
So that works good. And my bird cage, I'm always having that door open anyway, so
Yeah.
I like that there, and enough room there for the air conditioner. And yeah, I'll tweak the stuff here for the armoire for all my work and that sort of thing, but it works good.
Do you love the space?
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Feels like home?
It feels like home, and it's like I feel like I've been living here for a long time, not just a year. I think it's just been a little over a year I've been here, but this is awesome.
It feels like you, Judy.
Yes. It's everything about it is perfect now.
So if you could just reflect, we just did a whole tour of the space. It's been 8 months since we did the mini-series videos that everybody can watch. What would you tell to someone who's watching this video now?
If you're not happy with the way your space is, or the way how you feel where you live, and you feel like you always want to get to something and fix something and move this around, or you need help to do something, you might not need an organizer, but if you are really feeling like stressed and maybe even depression, or not feeling like going out and doing things, it could be because of your mental health being affected by your living arrangements and what you have in your space, how much stuff you have. Because once I got rid of a lot of stuff, I know where everything is, I know there's not little boxes somewhere where I gotta go through that. Like, I'm sure everyone feels they've got a drawer they've got to do that with, or they've got a cupboard, or they've got boxes sitting downstairs in their basement. I'm glad I don't have a house, because that would be something else. But, you know, an organizer is the way to go. You guys have been fantastic with just making suggestions, giving ideas, letting me go at my own pace. Like, if you don't feel like doing something that day, take time to think about it. And I was glad that I had that time to think about it, and know that you can always call if you do need something to tweak something, or you need something else, and you're like, I'm just not good with this, I don't know what to do with this. But getting someone to help you organize, declutter, and help you with those decisions, because they're big decisions to make. They're not easy to make, to get rid of a lot of stuff that you have. But you know what? I got rid of a lot of stuff that I just gave away. But you know what? I couldn't tell you what I gave away, except for a few things. And that hallway was full one time, and you've been here several times. I can't believe I had it in here, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's been a blessing to have you guys, and I was ready for it too. I have to say that too. I did say that in my review, that I've, over the years, in the last probably 5 years for sure, I've gotten a lot more clarity from everything that I've been doing, and pushing forward, persevering one day at a time to keep going, because it's been a struggle. Over 18 years ago, I wasn't sure if I was going to be around, because of stuff from my past sort of overwhelming me to a point where I almost didn't make it, to getting that second chance at life, and finally taking the time to do things that I needed to do, and this is where it's led me. And even though I'm 60 years old, I'm still, I have my days where I'm doubting it, but most days now I'm waiting for that even more, feeling more excited about doing stuff. But I am, and I can't believe I'm getting excited about paperwork. And I still need to get to some pictures and that, but I have a few things that I do know what I want put up there now. But if I'm around for a few more years, I will be getting someone to help me with the pictures too, because I have a lot of pictures to go through. And that's the only big thing that I have, something that I have to sit down with probably and take a few days to go through and sort through, and need help with that. Yeah. But that's the only thing.
Life would be boring if we didn't have projects.
True. And I've been learning that, this is life. Yeah. Because I didn't have clarity before. Through half of my adult life, it's been a blur, a fog, and didn't know where I was at, or what to do, or what I wanted to do. And coming out of that fog has taken a long time, even when I did start getting better, and I started volunteering and stuff and doing things, but all of a sudden I sunk back into a real low a few years ago. But I made it through that, and I think that it was like a second life that I've come
into.
Second birth, yeah. The clarity kept coming more and more, and looking in hindsight, every year has been more clarity and getting to this point.
Well, I'm really honored that you could share with us and share with everybody who watches, because your story is real, it's authentic, and it's very inspiring. So thank you for sharing.
Well, I hope it helps people in some way.
Well,
take
thank
one
you,
thing
Judie.
from it,
All right. That's it.
Oh my god. You already know the video.
I know.
This is better than
Let's turn the
AC
back
gym,
on.
Yeah, it is.
He's like, only 2 hours of holding it, no big deal.
No big deal.
Yeah. Thanks,
like-
Raoul.